What are some little-known relationship green flags? I feel like there's a lot of detailed examples that largely boil down to two things: empathy and emotional maturity. It's sad that those two are so often lacking, that people become surprised by it. Well, I mean, yeah, nobody teaches those. You either pick up on it passively from having good parents, or you pay thousands of dollars for years of therapy, or you suffer a life of pain and distance without ever knowing why or even how to describe it. Being able to emotionally connect even after an argument, or during. I have friends that love having intellectual battles between themselves. It's how they connect to each other and express their love. The ability to coexist in very companionable silence. A friend of mine once said, "When silence is not cringe, the friendship is real." Honesty, genuine interest in each other's hobbies, don't have to do them, but at least support it. Strong communication. You feel like you're hanging out with your best friend, except you want to smash. Bold of you to say, "I don't want to smash my best friend." I felt the last one. You don't feel like they're playing games. Communication is direct and you don't feel too nervous about what you should or shouldn't do or say. And you're not worried about what they do or don't do or say. Some butterflies is normal. Of course. Edit. To clarify, my point here is it's possible to meet someone who, right from the beginning, you're not overly concerned about your interactions. You don't have to think too much about what to text them or when. Same with calls. They don't leave you wondering about when they'll respond to you and what delaying means. They don't say or do cryptic things that you have to go home and call in a panel of friends to analyze. This is not to say that, in the beginning, you shouldn't take care to be on your better behavior and not to overshare. This is not game playing. It's being considerate. No matter how angry you are at one another, you will still go out of your way or they go out of their way to help. I'll be wicked pissed, but I'll angrily make my wife her favorite dinner even though I don't want to eat. No matter how angry we are at one another, usually only last a short period of time. We will never sabotage or try to teach them a lesson. Many times, it ends up being both apologizing to one another. Arguing and getting angry is just part of a relationship and unavoidable. It is how you deal with it that sets it apart from a healthy relationship versus a bad one. Edit. Thanks for the reward thingies. There is never any harm telling someone you love them. I drink a lot of water and sometimes my BF would stay until late and I would fall asleep. Before leaving, he always made sure I had a glass full of water on my nightstand in case I woke up thirsty. It's always the small details. Edit. I drink a healthy amount of water. Thank you for your concern, lol. My boyfriend does this too. I'm never without a water glass. If he walks by and it isn't full, he fills it up. Listening to you and remembering the things you said. Back when me and my boyfriend started dating, he'd sometimes bring up things that I've said before, my favorite foods, candies, etc. Made me super happy and could tell he genuinely cared. When your so takes criticism from you seriously without immediately trying to turn it back on you. If the converse is also true, you two stand a great chance of going the distance. Active listening. Not just being there while you talk, accurately giving opinions, advice if asked for, and generally caring for the conversion. Bonus. Active listening during an argument. Not trying to win, but trying to resolve the problem. Edit. Grammar. This is super important, but also the polar opposite is important. Being able to comfortably sit together in complete silence for prolonged periods is a good green flag. Non-sexual compliments. You taste good. Not really sure if this counts because we're not in a relationship. But last fall semester, my friend asked if I could help her with something. I hadn't seen her in a while, and while I was talking to her she said, "You got new glasses?" I said yes. "They really suit you." It honestly made my day. Compliments really go a long way. Your flatulence is less foul than some of the others I have chanced upon. Being able to have healthy conflict without fear that conflict will cause the end of the relationship. It's green flag, and a relief, to have natural disagreements and communication about those disagreements without constant fear that someone's going to hit the nuclear option. Edit. Also, doctoring my coffee and bringing it to me in bed was a smaller green flag. Edit 2. Doctoring meaning putting cream and sugar in. And thank you for the awards and gold, Reddit friends. Laughter. And also, I've been with my partner for 40 years this month, and I still smile when I see him across a room. He still makes me laugh and my heart soars when I think of him. Awesome. And congratulations to you both. Been with my wife almost 10 years now, and she always tells me how she loves that I make her laugh at least once every day. I hope she still says the same thing 30 years from now. Your partner does things for you without asking and remembers little details. For example, I like eating with a fruit fork, the smaller version of the dinner fork. I actually googled that since our family calls them the little forks, lol. Anyway, my partner remembers this and will grab it for me when we're dishing up food. Another good one is they make you feel appreciated. Edit. It may be a cake fork or salad fork. If it's a chore you both hate, you do it together. My late husband and I both hated folding laundry, but it had to be done, so we always did it together. Made the chore less of a pain. It's a pretty convoluted story, but I was dating a guy. Had to drive his car to get him from a situation, and wrecked his car due to mechanical failure, and called my mama to come get me so we could go get him. Rescued him, then had to tell him I'd wrecked his car. His first question, "Are you okay?" My mom overheard. That one's a keeper. They trust you to stay at their apartment alone. Yeah! Exclamation mark. I thought I was the only one. The first time my partner said I could stay at his place in the morning to sleep and when he ran errands made me feel so good. The first time my now girlfriend slept over, I had to leave early to get to work. I got home that evening and saw she had made my bed very neatly. Like much nicer than I would have made it myself. Promptly invited her over for that night too. You recommend them a book or movie and they actually take the time to check it out. God. Once I dated a guy who would lie about watching things I recommended. I didn't figure it out at first, but when he told me that I felt so heartbroken. Why? If she shows equal interest in hanging out with you, if it feels like you're dragging them into going on a date, they're really not into you, no matter what they may say. Besides, let's be honest, wouldn't you rather date someone who is as excited and interested in seeing you and you are in seeing them? Able to forgive mistakes. Early in our relationship, I accidentally backed my car into my fiancé's car while coming out of the driveway. I definitely did damage. I immediately started freaking out and crying, and he just calmly got out of his car, came up to mine and asked if I was okay. He got me to calm down and said it was fine, it was just an accident. He never made me feel bad about it. He called it our little bump to my friends to minimize my embarrassment. We laugh about it to this day. Side note, his dad, who works with cars, fixed his car for him at no cost. Edit. No, he did not have any way of knowing his dad could fix the car. His father is not a mechanic. His father knows a mechanic. His father didn't bring up fixing the car until several months later.